Listen. If you hear the jokes in between breaks, trust me. Very good morning to you. If you're just joining us, welcome. You have joined a good time. In fact, a great time because we have the greatest headline girl here today. Her name is TK. TK.
Hi, TK.
The only headline girl, but I'll take it.
Oh, boy. You know what we always have to sing. Let's just do it.
Do it.
When TK come, pan up. We don't want bad news, pan up. Only good news, pan up. With the vibes, pan it up, pan up. No, my God. You got to get the ending right. Sorry, TK.
One day,
Hi.
TK.
I just feel like it's time.
It's time
For us to get it right.
Oh, go on.
100%. But you know, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We're
Great
going.
morning, everyone. Now, before we even get into this, I have a quiz / riddle / question for you. Ready?
Oh, no.
Let's see if you can get it as well. So if 3 kids on the beach can build 3 sandcastles in 3 minutes, how long will it take 100 kids on the beach to build 100 sandcastles?
I'll tell you after that.
I'm going to go with 3 minutes. 3, yeah. Well, if 3 kids can build 3 sandcastles in 3 minutes, then it doesn't matter if it's 100, meaning it takes 3 minutes to build. Yeah, maybe no. Maybe it's 3 into 100. I don't know. I'm not good at this stuff. All right.
You know, Tami, right?
3 minutes.
Tami,
You are brilliant.
Tami, look at you and that mathematics.
Oh, my
This
God.
was like
Look
when
at
I
the
got, oh my God.
arithmetic.
That was
Can
the
I just
Aussie
say,
expression they
when
gave us a
I was
while
a
ago.
kid, I was the only girl in the class to get this riddle right. Okay, you have 100 tons of feathers and 100 tons of stone.
Yeah.
Which is more heavy or which is heavier? I was like, they're the same. No.
Both are
And all the
100
friends are like, no, and a rock stone them. I was like, you're wrong. They're the same. Copy me.
Well, you are absolutely right. It's 3 minutes. Let's see.
You got that.
Thank you.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Thought we would have had her a little mixed up there. That's impressive.
Don't try to tease my brain.
When you answer your short, don't let it go. Hold on to it.
I might get other things wrong, like more heavy.
That's okay. Let's talk about what's happening in the headlines. So first up, strict accountability for disaster relief supplies. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has committed to enforcing rigorous accountability measures for the distribution of essential relief supplies donated by the U.S. Agency for International Development's Bureau for Humanitarian Assistance. The U.S. has pledged $2.5 million, that's USD, to support relief efforts with a handover ceremony held yesterday organized by the Jamaican government and the Office of the Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM. So the initial batch of aid, valued at $360,000, is part of the broader $2.6 million relief effort. Holness emphasized the importance of transparency in distributing these items, stating that a standardized evaluation method will be applied regardless of the crisis situation. U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Nick Perry, expressed his appreciation for the collaboration between the U.S. and Jamaica in these ongoing relief efforts. So I love that.
I love that. It's very important. We don't want to hear that, somebody going on and say, I feel the 6 zincs come, and I feel the 6 zinc. You see me with 40 zinc, you see me move with 30 zinc, you see me have 10 zinc, I have 5 zinc come.
That's like the riddle.
That was just what you said. That's the math we were talking about.
come and 5 zinc.
I know, but
No, that's great. That's great.
Though.
The relief efforts are great. I think, it's always interesting that we have to, be like, we're going to make sure that there's transparency, and we're going to make sure that they go where they have to. I mean, that should just be a given, but we have to make sure.
But we understand why.
We do. It is what it is.
There is
and that's
a
right
level
across the
of
board
distrust
thing.
that, we can understand. And so the fact that A, there is relief and there's assistance is a blessing. And B, the fact that it has been said and stated that, listen, we're going to have this process for accountability purposes is also a blessing.
All good news.
And important.
Yeah. All right, well then let's jump into the next headline because I don't know if you noticed. But I love TV land.
Hey, You know, man with a Tom Ford glass. Don't listen, look at the eyewear.
Hi, before...
It's easy camouflage.
Can you see from here? I didn't even know that. I'm right beside him and I didn't know that. But let's focus. Let's bring our viewers into the mix, right? Yes. So your final ride in comfort and style. So Dale Delapenha has been a licensed funeral director and embalmer for over 18 years. Before his journey began, he had to prove himself in the family business, as the love for luxury hearses wasn't something he and his father shared initially. His father, a car enthusiast, believed in maintaining tradition, but he had something extravagant in mind. He went from his idea of custom wheels on their hearse to his goal of integrating a modern touch to resonate with this generation and the Jamaican culture by doing the only H6 Hummer hearse in the world. The top of the food chain, as he calls it, is the Benz Dela G, which was inspired by the burial of Princess Diana in 1998 and was uniquely designed to give loved ones their final ride. So his staff believes that only a helicopter can top this luxury hearse, and to Dale, not even your final ride is a helicopter is impossible. So our Why Not Wednesday guest this morning is a family that many have depended on for quite a while for a very important task. Managing Director of Delapenha Funeral Home, Dale Delapenha. Welcome to Sunrise.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Good morning to everyone.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yeah. I knew he was coming with style when I saw the glasses, remember? You know, but listen, that's fantastic though. It's synonymous with our culture because we like this thing.
Yes,
we are as Jamaicans, you know what I mean?
It's funny how the culture has moved over the years since I've been involved in the industry. You know, back in the days, the first vehicle I learned to drive off of was a hearse. And in those days, people were deathly afraid of hearse. No pun intended.
That's a good one.
But they would see the hearse coming on the road and turn their head, or you know, the kids would run. Now, this hearse was posted on Instagram, and it have almost 500,000 views and 10,000 likes. I went to a service on Saturday, and the pastor could hardly get anybody in the church. Everybody was outside
taking pictures,
selfie and taking pictures. You know,
what inspired you to, you know, to your brainchild behind it? What inspired you to bring this idea to fruition?
Well, you know, the brand Mercedes has it epitomizes class and elegance. So we think it's a unique synergy between our brand, Delapenha Funeral Home. That's what we seek to identify with. It is very unique in that it's one of, when it came to Jamaica, it was one of only 2 in the world. Since we've personalized it, we believe it's one of 1 now.
Is that how you know, keep your competitive edge in this industry? Like, what this and what other ways do you do that?
Yeah, we, you know, as my general manager pointed out to me recently, when I was getting over myself with this vehicle, she's like, you know, Mr. D, we're not in the business of hearses. We're in the service business, and that is really where our competitive advantage lies. We know that families, when they're dealing with loss, is probably one of the hardest things they'll ever have to deal with in their life, and we are there to guide them through the process, let them, you know, enable them to create a memorial that is fitting for the life lost.
So, Dale, tell me, for somebody who is super traditional, right?
Yes.
And it's like, oh my gosh, this is so, I can't even fathom this idea. Who would you say that, that this appeals to? Who would you say is a good candidate, I guess, for a service like this?
Anyone. Our first Mercedes-Benz that we introduced after we saw it at Princess Diana's funeral in 1998. When that car came, it was a hit, and it carried from, without name dropping, from the Queen's representatives to Jamaica to everyday ordinary Jamaicans. You know, lives are precious, and when we lose people close to us, we want to have the reassurance that we've done our best for them. And that's where Delapenha Funeral Home comes in.
Well, I'm sure someone watching is saying, I ask him about the affordability.
No,
we can come and talk to you, of course.
For sure, we're a service provider that no matter what the budget,
yes, you can work with them.
We treat each family and each life lost as a precious commodity, and So the budget is not the issue with this. It just epitomizes the service that we try to offer to our customers.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's such, I mean, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So guys, you know, I would like a Benz, if God forbid. Okay, make it happen, I Make it
I
happen.
don't want to talk about it.
It's definitely a final ride-up style. We're originally from Montego Bay, established in there from 1993, but we're recently almost neighbors of CBM.
Yeah,
because
that's
we
right.
opened on
That's right.
20A West Kings House Road.
Yeah.
And you know, we're bringing our services from the West. We're kind of a household name in the West. And we're sure that once families get to know us here, and the meaningful services that we create.
Awesome.
So Dale, quick question. For some of us have not maneuvered loss, you know, yet. Thank God. And
Thank
so,
God.
tell me the process, though. I know that you of course, you offer this service, which is this luxury hearse. But let's say I've just lost someone. What other services? What can I expect from Delapenha in that experience?
You know, we try to put ourselves in the shoes of our customers. So we know that it's the most trying time in most customers' lives. So our primary job is to reassure you that you have chosen the right provider that is going to create the best possible service for your family. That at the end of the day, your family is going to be proud of the service you created. When you add grief and all the other emotions to now the responsibility of having to plan a funeral, it gets very overwhelming. So that's where professionals like us come in.
Awesome.
We hold your hand through the process.
I love that.
Great. Thank you so much for being here this morning and, you know, having a conversation that can be so difficult. You made it so easy for us to speak about today. So thank you very much. All right. Our guest has been Managing Director of Delapenha Funeral Home, Dale Delapenha. It's time for a short break, but when we return, dare to ask in Wednesday service. You don't want to miss it.